Is now the time to start looking at purchasing Chilling Reign, Battle Styles, and Fusion Strike? Well, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at some things that are going on right now that we're seeing in the singles department to maybe make a decision if it's a time to start purchasing booster boxes of these particular sets. So guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, if I bring you good information, hit that like button, guys, on this video. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you get a chance, put something down in the comments. It helps out a video a ton to definitely put them comments down and moves the channel along quite well, and you guys have been doing fantastic. As of right now, we are right at 2,250 subscribers. So guys, we are only 250 subscribers away from 2,500, and we are really doing fantastic. So thank you guys for everybody that's joined the community as we continue to move forward. So today, I want to take a look at some information, and I'm going to put up a couple cards here on the screen next to me, and what is happening and what we're seeing in these in the last 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. It's been kind of crazy to be seeing this consistent gain on a lot of these cards. And what does that mean for your booster box investment? So if you're sitting there investing in Pokemon booster boxes, and those are your Pokemon investments that are in that field, a lot of times when the deals were there, we were buying Chilling Reign, Battle Styles, and those kind of sets. And then we said we should stop because, of course, the price went back up. And gradually we just said, okay, it's time to just wait and see what the market does before anybody else starts jumping in on it. And this is where we always talk about in investing, the opportunity cost of something. If you were to purchase something at $100, a booster box at $100 back, 6 months ago, you're almost the same. Booster boxes really have varied between 95 and 105 on these particular sets. So if you look at, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, and Fusion Strike, realistically, those three sets haven't done very much on a booster box price. It just sat, which is what we do typically see on these products in the past. I mean, it's pretty indicative of what happens in the Pokemon TCG when it comes to booster boxes, even in Sun and Moon, even in XY, before all the craziness that happened. So this is where we talk about where can you see points of where you should be purchasing a booster box. Well, there's one way you could do it, which is, of course, wait for that price to just naturally and gradually start to go up, and you can see a consistent growth. That might be an opportunity to jump in, but that's where we call kind of timing the market on that position on that. And of course, it's really difficult to really time it because it may go up a little bit, but then it could go right back down again and kind of still bounce in the section. So there again, you've tied up your money into something that may not move for a long period of time. What's the other alternative that you can use when it comes down to purchasing products and knowing that there's actually going to be a good chance of a return on your investment? So today, I'm going to take a look at some of the singles in these sets. And if we look at the top alternate arts in each one of these sets, if you take the top 2, 3, even the top 5 cards in these sets, some of them don't have top 5s. Fusion Strike really has 3. But if you look at Chilling Reign, there's actually quite a few really good hot cards inside of that set that are doing extremely well. And you could pull them up, and I will put them up here on the screen as I'm going through. You can go through to Battle Styles, and we can grab the top 2, which of course is the Rapid Strike Urshifu and the Tyranitar alternate arts inside of that set. What has happened with these? Well, we have seen a 20 to 25% increase on these 2 cards, and you can go check it out on TCG Player. That has been a consistent growth on these 2 cards, alternate arts. And the thing is that even though these cards have been moving, the booster boxes have not. So the booster boxes are staying here while the cards are lifting. What does that mean? Well, if you look at it, that means that there is what I would consider organic growth or collective growth in these actual particular items. And let's go ahead and jump into Chilling Reign. So you take the Blaziken here. I'm going to put the Blaziken on the screen and the Moltres card from that set, both of which have done extremely well. So one of them is almost at a 70% gain in the last 4 weeks, while the Moltres is sitting at about a 30% gain. But that means that these cards are consistently moving up in the last 4 or 5 weeks here. So it's been kind of crazy to just watch this consistent growth of these cards. And some of them it's been in the last 6 weeks, some have been up to 8 weeks, but just in the real time frame, it's around that 6-week time period. That's great. That means that we're seeing collectors coming in. It's either collectors or players that are purchasing singles, right? That's the typical market that we're looking at, and investors typically hold product. Some investors do buy singles. I'm not going to say it's not unheard of to do that, but a lot of times, most of those individual or single sales are a collector buying it for their collection, or it's someone using it for a player's deck. And some of these have moved out of the meta quite a ways already with the V-Stars and, of course, the Arceus decks. And, of course, Fusion Strike still has the Mew deck that's still being used somewhat. I know a lot of people in my tournament still use it. And, of course, we've got the Dialga and Palkia decks that are coming out also. So we've seen an evolution in the meta where a lot of these battle styles and the single strike, rapid strike, and all that's kind of moved out of the meta, and the new V-Star tactics have been moving in. And that's just natural for Pokemon TCG to do that. So why am I saying that it might be a good time to purchase these things? Well, if we're seeing consistent, weeks long growth in singles, that means at some point we are going to run out of stock on those singles. The only way to get singles back is to start purchasing booster boxes to open them in order to try and get that chase card that's in there. And that's what we saw with Evolving Skies too. We can go back and use history as a perfect example. We look at Evolving Skies. What was really the first thing that happened in that set before the booster box started to take off? Right. The Moonbryon started to become a huge hit. Big price increases on that. The Rayquaza became a big chase card in that set, and we saw those prices start to move up really quickly. Well, when it got up to a certain point, the market became short on the stock, and of course, booster boxes and ETBs started to come up right behind it. And that's just a natural progression in a market. That's what we like to see. That's actually a traceable market where you can use key identifiers now to make the decision to purchase that or jump into that market at this point in time. Would I be going out and buying Chilling Reign booster boxes? I definitely would be considering it at this point in time. Would I be looking at Battle Styles booster boxes? Another one. I would be considering it. These sets are getting older. We're already past the 1 year mark. We're going to a year and a half. We're almost coming up on 2 years on Battle Styles. It's already a year and 7 months right now. So we're getting closer and closer to that 2 year timeline on Battle Styles, on where we will not or won't be seeing any more reprints on these sets. That means at some point, the supply is going to start to dwindle. It's going to become more difficult to find booster boxes. It's going to be more difficult to find cases on these. And if we're seeing a pretty consistent increase on these alternate arts or the top chase cards in the set, and a perfect example too is this card right here, Espeon card. When I pulled this card about 2 months ago, it was about $110 for this card. So this card in Fusion Strike was about $110 for that Espeon alternate art. I was excited. It was $110. I still saved it. I like the evolution, so I'm probably going to keep it. But when it came down to the Pokemon alternate arts, this one was $110. Today, if I were to go and purchase this in a near mint condition such as this, you're looking at $160. So just in the 8 weeks since I've pulled this card, it's gone from $110 to $160. So we're seeing really good gains. Look at the Gengar in that set. Another one. That card has done really well. It's got about a 40% increase in price in the last 6 weeks. Once again, it's Fusion Strike pushing up. Are we going to be seeing reprints of these sets? That's a real question that you got to be considering when it comes down to it. If we do, I have a feeling it would be extremely small. We might see more ETB reprints of these sets rather than booster boxes like we saw with Evolving Skies. Pokemon has realized that when it comes down to it, they can sell ETBs really easily. They can put it in any kind of store. They can go to your LGS, your Walmart, your Sam's Club, your Costco. They can go everywhere. Anywhere that sells Pokemon is willing to sell ETBs. Booster boxes have a very limited and narrow market comparatively to an ETB. Realistically, your booster boxes are sold online on your online LGSs and at LGSs in your local area. That's where it comes down to it. ETBs are sold everywhere. You can get a big box store all the way down through to every other location that you can think of. So once again, is it a time to jump into these? I think it's getting to be a time to jump in on these booster boxes, guys. I would definitely be looking at sourcing it out. If you don't have sources already, definitely get on the horn, not necessarily pull the trigger, but definitely be considering finding a source. Maybe you're looking at some pricing for doing that and be ready to purchase these, because I have a feeling in the next couple months, we're going to start seeing these booster box pricing start to increase pretty consistently, just due to the fact that they're going to run out of supply on these actual alternate arts, and the pricing continues to go up. That's going to draw more collectors into it. It's going to draw more people purchasing these cards for their collections because they see pricing going up and they want it for their collections, and it's going to cause a little bit of a shortage on those singles, and thus they will go back to your sealed product in order to open that up for those singles, especially if we start seeing, this Espeon card right here from Fusion Strike starts crossing that $200 mark. Hey, it's all bets off at that point. You might see Fusion Strike start to spike pretty heavily for that, and the Gengar card is not very far behind that one. So we are seeing two good, strong contenders on there. And of course, I'm not going to put down the Mew VMAX alternate art coming up behind there, but it is lagging a little bit between the first two for a good reason. I mean, Espeon and, of course, Gengar, two really popular Pokemon. Mew by itself is okay, but definitely not as strong as Mewtwo along with it. So we're seeing a little bit of a lag on that. Once again, still doing really well. Really good card. If you have the card, it's doing fantastic on pricing, and it's moving up just as well. So once again, the indicators are starting to show up that maybe now is a time to start getting in line to be purchasing these booster boxes or cases, these booster boxes to prepare. Once again, it's that time, it's that time cost that we talk about. How many things could we have moved in the time frame of the last 6 months between these booster boxes, not moving at all in price when they hit that $95 mark, to today where we might be actually seeing these booster boxes start to move because of the signs that are around it. Not just hype and FOMO, but organic growth in the Pokemon TCG, not people online pushing it like crazy, but just organic growth for demand for the alternate arts in these sets. So once again, guys, just keep that in mind. Something to maybe consider as we look at Pokemon investing and booster box investing is definitely looking at these Sword and Shield sets. Are still a reasonable price at around that $100 range for any of these three. And then with that fact, it makes a great opportunity to maybe line something up to be able to get these for around $600 a case, $625 a case, shipped to your door. And you might be seeing some good potential growth here in the near future, like in the next 6 months. So once again, guys, just something to consider. Keep your eyes open on it. Just giving it to you as a perspective. Once again, I will put in here, I am not a financial consultant. I am not a financial professional. This is my opinion. These are the points that I am seeing. This is a blog from me that I'm giving you information of what I'm seeing. You make the best decisions that are for you. Once again, it's good for you to see this kind of stuff. And even if you don't take it now and you just want to watch it, watch and see what happens so that you can see and educate yourself on how things progress as we move forward. And this is the stuff we saw in Sun and Moon too. I mean, this is consistent of what we've seen in the Pokemon market in the past. It takes a couple of these chase cards to really get that ball rolling. And once it gets going, some of these sets will really get moving, just like Tag Team, just like a lot of the other sets right there, even Unbroken Bonds and Unified Minds. It took a little bit. It took about a year before that ball started moving. But once there was a card in there that everybody wanted, it starts bringing up that booster box price. And it's an organic growth, which is fantastic when it comes down to the market itself. So other than that, guys, hopefully it's some good information. Once again, let me know in the comments below. Do you think, from what the evidence is right now, is there a potential that we could be seeing these booster boxes go up? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys on that. And other than that, if you do like this content, as always, guys, check out these two videos over here. Be sure you like and subscribe. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.